House Bill HB 2705. Short title of this bill: Schools, Dress Codes, Graduation Ceremonies. And this bill was introduced by Representative Teller, and it cleared the House. It passed the full House almost unanimously, 57-2, and one person did not vote. So 57-2, it's substantial. It will be heard in the Senate Education Committee, and because of the way it passed the House, there's every reason to believe that it's going to sail through the Senate. Now, here's what the bill does. It's an emergency measure. In other words, this is an emergency, okay? Mm-hmm. In other words, this
Fully
is...
understand.
Yeah, it is an emergency, which means that as soon as the governor signs it, it will go into effect because it is an emergency. Okay. So what happens is an emergency measure that prohibits a school from establishing a dress code policy that prevents students from wearing traditional tribal regalia or objects of cultural significance at a graduation ceremony. Now, you can interpret this bill narrowly and say this is a very racist bill because it favors one particular ethnic group at the expense of the others. In other words, you have a benefit here that is not given to the rest of the population. In other words, just because it is a traditional tribal regalia, well, it doesn't apply. Like if you're Irish and you want to wear a green hat, that you're not allowed to, the school can,
don't forget the shamrock.
Or a shamrock around your neck, or whatever.
Yeah. Well, if I'm from Mexico, I can come in wearing my serape and
your big sombrero,
and my sandals and a sombrero, and carrying my guitar.
Yeah, you can do all this if you apply. If in other words, the school cannot prohibit you from doing these things if you want to. That is, if you apply this bill the way it should be applied, in other words, widely. However, if you apply it narrowly, then we have a different situation, because then it says that, well, you can do all these things. No, excuse me, it's just the other way around. If you apply it narrowly, it means that only Indians, the tribal, the Indians can do this. Either way, it's a bad bill. I mean, why is it? Okay, if you apply narrowly and it's only for Indians, why should they be having a privilege, if that's a privilege? And if I was an Indian, I wouldn't want to be wearing a feather. I would want to be part of the group. But they want to be different, that's fine. But if you do that, why is it that you do it for everybody, so that I can wear my fedora hat because that's my culture? And I don't know what your culture is, but if somebody's Irish,
my culture is Oklahoma.
So you can wear an Oklahoma, you can wear oil barrel or something around your neck, or something like that, whatever,
or a bootlegger's barrel.
For bootleggers, somebody from West Virginia can wear a still, we can do all these things. It just doesn't make any sense, folks. This is just political correctness run amok.
It is. Yes.
And 57 representatives voted for it.
I do have to make a comment about being from Oklahoma. Whenever I was back there, the best maintained roads in the county were the ones out to the bootleggers.
Oh, of course. This is a bad bill, but we're swimming against the current here. It's going to pass, and some people will be very happy that they can wear their headdress or whatever at a ceremony to make some kind of statement. And okay, well, fine. I guess it's okay.
I don't know that it makes a whole lot of difference.
Yeah, who cares?
If I'm going to high school and I'm going to graduate, I'm probably going to wear what I want to wear anyway, and what I can afford to wear. So
no, but this is the ceremony where normally you wear that funny hat and.
If I want to wear a feather in my hair, I'll wear a feather in my hair.
Yeah, that's fine, and the school cannot dictate that you cannot do that.
And if I want to bring my serape and my guitar, I'll do that too.
Okay. Well, but you can't because that's not your culture.